So this is the homework. I want to explain what the homework is, to, just to be very, very clear, because we have, as we have gone through week 2 in the textbook, and as we have gone through the PowerPoint together, I have given you the homework. So I just wanted to do a homework recap. Of course, you don't need to listen to this video if you already know it. I do think, though, that you should listen to this one at least because there are some important tips. So first and foremost, for your homework, please use either WordPerfect, Microsoft WordPerfect, or HANCOM Office. I can read either of those on my computer, but I have problems with other programs. So I'd really like you to stick with that. Number 2 is the font. So the font is the style of writing. So if you go up to the top of your WordPerfect or HANCOM document, you'll see a window which has, usually it's below the animation tab. And it's here, it says in Korean, gur. So what this is to decide what style of writing you want. So I would like you to use Times New Roman, please. And then if you move to the right of that frame, under the slideshow tab, 굴기, so this is your text size. What I would like you to use is a 12-point size because it's, I just like it to be the same for everybody. Number 3, and this is really important, it's very basic, but a lot of students forget to do this. Please write your English style name, so you're using English letters, your student number, and your major as the file name, okay, when you save your document. But also please remember to put that information in the document at the top of the document as well. This is important because sometimes I have students which have very similar names, so I need the student number for that. It also helps me a lot because usually when I go through your homework assignments, I download a whole, maybe about 10 in a row. So if I have no name or student number or major, it makes it very difficult for me, and it takes a lot longer for me to write down whether you have done your homework or not. Moving on. So please don't forget, both as the file, to save the file as a document, use your English style name, student number, and major. But also please, when I open the homework document, please also use your English style name, student number, and major on that document. And finally, our homework recap. So what I want to do here is I want to go through the homework just to make sure everybody is clear about what you need to do. It's not particularly difficult, but there is, a variety of things. So if we take a look at the Shakespeare page, we'll see at the top of the questions it says names, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions here which I would like you to answer. Okay, so please write your answers here. For number 1, again, no problem for you to use Korean, but the rest should be in English. Moving on. So for number 2, this is the title of this page. So this is common and proper nouns. And what we're going to do is you're going to come down here, and if you remember, I asked specifically what the opposite of a teacher was, and then that's going to be answer number 1. What the opposite of father is, and whether you are a son or a daughter. Okay, so those are your 3 answers here, or your 3 answers there. You don't need to do it on this piece of paper. And then for the proper nouns, we have 4 proper nouns I asked you to give. So I asked you to give your own name, our university name, our city name, Gwangju, and then where your mom's hometown is. Okay, so your mom's hometown you're going to put in here. And remember that proper nouns we do something special with. So, moving on, we're going to take a look at the following page, which is capitalizing names and titles. And of course, this is our names and titles for people, is what we were looking at here. What I would like you to do here is to decide. So when we read through the sentence, we have two choices in the brackets. What is your choice? And please write number one and then write your choice. You don't need to write the entire sentence if you don't wish to. Next, so we have 6 answers for that one. The interviews, this section I am sure you can do by yourself because this is part of the PowerPoint. So please remember that the steps are an important part of any interview. But what I'd really like you to do is take a look at the You Try section. So in the You Try section, we've got these 4 questions here. So I'd like you to answer these 4 questions. And of course, number 4 has 3 sections. Moving on. So in total, I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are actually 6 answers there. Moving on, I would like you to do quizzes number 1 and number 2. And all you need to do is write your number and the letters to match, to see if they match. Please be careful because there are, it's not easy. It's not terribly difficult, but you do need to think about it. Next, so our final 2 points are speaking practice. And this is when it gets kind of difficult for us when we are online because, of course, you need to contact a classmate. So I'm hoping that you have made contact with 2 or 3 people in your class, that you know each other well enough to call. So for this one, you just need 1 partner. For this conversation, what I would like you to do is read 1, 2, 3, 4 times, right? And what you should do is switch with your partner. So I'm A in the first conversation, I'm B in the second, A in the third, B in the fourth, and then I'm going to be A, giving my real name and information, and then in the 6th, I'm going to be B, giving my real information, okay? And partner will as well. So I'm hoping that that's clear. So your final task is to talk to 3 classmates. You can use your classmate from the conversation to be one of the people here. So you're going to fill in their first name. So remember, we know what first name means, so please be careful. It's first name in English. Last name, nickname if they have one. Nickname is Byomyoung. And their email address. Okay, so you're going to ask 3 partners. If they don't have an email, that's perfectly fine, no problem. We don't need to do this bottom section at all. If you have any questions or if there are any issues, please again contact me. I'm going to remind you once again about how we conduct the online classes. So once again, you're going to be watching these videos at the same time as you're reading through the PowerPoints. I explain at the same time. You have, so basically, as soon as we follow the same class times. So for example, if your class is on March 15th, then you have from March 15th, you have 6 days to watch the video, or read through the PowerPoint at the same time. You need to complete and submit the homework to the GNUE site before the 21st of March at 12 midnight. So you actually have a lot of time, but you need to be careful and make sure that you get it done. So I suggest you use our regular class time to do it. If you do that, if you watch the video, read through the PowerPoint, complete the homework and submit it on time, you have attended class, and if you complete the homework, you get full participation. If, however, maybe you're sick or something like that, if you can have up to 1 week late to finish the assignment and hand it in, but after that time, after 13 days, that's all the time I'll give you, because if you can't complete the homework in 13 days, then maybe you need to talk to me. If you do not complete the homework within 13 days, you are absent. If you are absent, for a legitimate reason, you know, something happened, or you had, you know, if you got sick, something like that, if you get corona or whatever, please email your documents to me. The documents should be from, you know, a legitimate source. So your doctor or hospital is fine. You need to send, whatever you send should have your name, it should have the date. And if you email it, please make sure to include your student number with it. So I'm going to sign off now. Thank you very much for your patience. Next week I think will be better because I'll be more prepared. I'll understand how that Zoom class was awful. Anyways, I hope you have a lovely week and stay safe. Remember to take care of yourselves and your family. And we'll see you next week. Goodbye.